Welcome back to the Columbus Pool Play Preview. I'm Chris Puckett, joined by Dmaq, your Halo experts. And today, guys, we're talking about Pool C for our Halo Reach competition coming up in Columbus, June 3rd through the 5th. Now, Pool C, Dmaq, this is our pool of death. So stacked here. I'm pumped to get into it. Let's talk about the teams. Starting off in the top spot, we have our number 3 seeded team. They finished 3rd in Dallas. It's Believe the Hype, and they've recently added Neighbor instead of a pure gangster. Then at our number 6 seed, that's Instinct. They're in that 2nd spot, and this is being called the God Squad online. These guys wrecking everybody in their pre-tournament practice. That's Roy and Lunchbox teaming up with Ogre 2 and Pistola. Truly a fantasy Halo Reach team. And then filling out the rest of this pool, we have Gimme My Money. They're coming in with the 11th seed, picking up 2 new players here. And then at the very bottom, it's a team with a lot of hype, but really no results to talk about so far. It's the newly formed Straight Rippin'. They played as Darkest Hour last event. It's Nate and Legit still from that squad, and they're teaming back up with T Squared. First time in a long time to see those 3 teaming together. Yeah. And they pick up one of the players I've always been a fan of ever since first seeing him in a free-for-all at the very first Combine last season. It's a really good noob. Let's start at the very bottom, Dmaq, with Straight Rippin'. Talk to us about our 14-seeded team.
Well, Puckett, when you look at this Straight Rippin', this seems more like an act of desperation rather than an act of confidence, because it didn't work out for any of these players in the situations that they were in, and now they find themselves together, and now they have to make it work. And they're in the pool of death on top of that. So a lot of things stacked up against Straight Rippin'. Talked to Legit yesterday. They haven't been practicing too much. They plan on stepping it up. Always the same story with Straight Rippin'. I'm not a believer in this squad. I don't think Nate played that well, even though statistically he dominated. I think their best player is a really good noob. I'm very impressed by him still. I think he's a good vocal leader. He plays well with the team. He gets it done individually. But this is not Halo 3. It's not Halo 2. It's a brand new game, and I haven't seen these players able to transfer it over and be next level players. So, Straight Rippin', they're definitely in trouble.
All right, the veterans in trouble, according to Dmaq. You know, I have to say, I agree with you. I was a bit more impressed with Nated than you were, but Legit needs to step his game up. But the biggest player who needs to see improvement from Dallas to Columbus is T Squared. He played with Instinct last event. He let them down. He got dropped from the team. Now he's back with his team name. He has Straight Rippin' tattooed on the bicep. T Squared, it's your time to shine. If Straight Rippin' is able to do anything, I think it's going to be under T Squared's leadership, and I think under the slaying power of a really good noob and Nated. But I think it's time to move on. Let's talk about our 3rd team in this pool. It's Gimme My Money, and this is a team that they have lots of forum fans, lots of people from the amateur grouping, big followers behind them. McWin and Elitas, these are the only 2 players from the GMM of last event, and then they're joined now by Super Straight Sick, our big Flex 4 champion from last year, and Chig from Team Classic. Talk to me about our 11th seed.
I like this team. I like McWin. I think he's a pretty good player. He played very well in Dallas. Elitist had a rough tournament, going negative 92 overall in over 30 games. You can't do that. That's going -3 every single game. So I think he's also realized that, and he plans on stepping up his game.
He's the tots of the team.
Yeah, he's the tots of the team. That's what we're going to call that now. But now, Straight Sick, he's an awesome player. Individually, he's finally getting his opportunity to jump on a pro squad. I think he's going to make the most of it. And when you look at Chig, pretty laid-back player. He's jumping on an aggressive squad. You could see him picking up the sniper and able to take some heads off. So, 4 players that are able to get it done. I like the squad to give me my money, Puckett.
You know, what I love about this team is the energy. Chig, always positive, Super Straight Sick. You always see him with a smile. And McWin can't wait to tell you about the overkill he just got last game. I think if Elitas plays well, this team has lots of potential. They took Warriors to Game 5. You know, not many people saw what GMM did last event. This is a team that can compete against any of our top teams and hold their own. If they can get a little bit more clutch in that Game 5, they could go a lot deeper into the bracket. But now let's talk about our top 2 teams, starting with the 6-seeded Instinct. Ogre 2 and Pistola joining up with Roy and Lunchbox. This is every Halo fan's dream come true in Halo Reach.
Puckett, if you add up these guys' kill-to-death ratios and what they would have went if they were together in Dallas, it would have been almost positive 400. They were absolutely dominant individually, all 4 of these players. Pistola
He put up 220 on his own.
Out of his mind. Roy didn't slack, 123 on his own. So these guys individually, they know how to get it done. This is the best 6 seed we'll ever see in any game. Absolutely dominant. They've been dominating online over the past 5 days. I've been tracking them since the roster lock to May 10th. They've been 15-1. They only dropped 1 game. They've been unconscious, Puckett. This team, talked to Lunchbox yesterday, this is the most confident he's been in any team that he's ever been on. It just felt right as soon as it happened. They're very confident going in.
Unconscious, man. They're going to dominate. Sorry, I had to call you out. No, Instinct is definitely going to be the team to watch. I think 60 or more percent of our forums said that they are going to be the team to win Columbus. I can't disagree with that. If they don't win Columbus, I think in the majority of the Halo Reach fans' eyes, it's going to be a disappointment. Yeah. But they are in the pool of death. Lots of teams could take a series from them here, especially this number 1 spot in our pool C. We have Believe the Hype. They're coming in as the 3rd best team overall. These guys lost to Impact in the loser bracket finals to finish 3rd, but this team has a lot of potential, even more potential in my opinion, after picking up Neighbor.
Oh yeah, Puckett, the way Neighbor played in Dallas, he really led his team down the stretch and led them to that 2nd place finish. And when you look at all 4 of these players, very individually talented. And the thing I like the most about Believe the Hype is out of all the teams that we've seen, all the teams that we're going to talk about, they are the most practiced online. They've been playing nonstop online every single night. I talked to Maniac yesterday. We don't have expectations. We're just going to go and play Halo. I like that mindset. They're going to go there. They're not gunning for instinct. They're gunning for the top spot. They're going to play to the best of their abilities. And Clutch, you know, Puckett, whenever Clutch loses, he is as mad as I've ever seen anyone. I like that guy's competitive fire. This team, they're no joke. They're not taking Instinct lightly. They're going to play to the top of their game.
Now, in this pool, I love hyping up Instinct, but I have to give all kinds of props to Believe the Hype. Other than being a little bit too emotional, I hate listening in with this squad because they're always whining while they're losing. Yeah. But when they're getting pumped up, you just feed off of their energy. As you said, Clutch, one of the most competitive players on the circuit. I think Neighbor is right up there in the terms of competitiveness. I think this team is going to bring it, and I have to give huge props to Clutch. He was the first Halo Pro that I saw saying, all right, guys, we had fun playing StarCraft, but it's time to get back to the grind. He got his team focused. They've been putting in all kinds of hours. They're going to be one of the most practiced teams coming into this event. And I think it is going to be a battle between Believe the Hype and Instinct for the top spot here.
It's going to be a tough one. Is it going to be Instinct with all the pure talent, or is it going to be Believe the Hype with the most practice, the team that's been sticking together? Puckett, this is honestly a toss-up. I'm going to have to go with the obvious answer in most people's eyes. I'm going to go with Instinct because they have all the potential and everything riding on them. But Believe the Hype could certainly win this match.
You know, I think Instinct is in the same situation Final Boss was last event, though. Everyone is banking on them to perform. If they meet up with a team that puts them on their heels and can stay aggressive, I think they'll struggle. But either way, I have to agree with you. Instinct should edge out BTH in the pool, but I think they'll do it in Game 4. But guys, you're going to have to watch and find out for yourself. I just picked this match, and I picked the main stage timing yesterday. It's going down June 3rd in Columbus, Ohio at 8 p.m. If you're in the Midwest area, make sure you drive your car to Columbus. It's an awesome city. If not, buy your high-quality passes for the Halo Reach stream. It's going to be an epic one. Once again, that's going down Friday, June 3rd at 8 o'clock. Probably the match of the tournament.
Oh, yeah. This is going to show who's going to be hot for the rest of the tournament, Puckett.
All right, that's it for Pool C. We'll be back with our Pool D analysis.